remember being in the gym and my ass stank. Like, I'm gonna be very honest, bro. It was stinky as fuck, right? I don't know why. Maybe I didn't clean up myself well, right? But the point is that it just stank, right? It was so bad. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to stay in the gym, because it's like, oh, what if people smell me and shit, right? I don't want people to smell that. Even if yeah, I am like in a gym where most people are sweating and they smell bad, doesn't matter, right? It just still stood out, the smell, right? So I was like, how can I avoid this as much as possible? I was thinking that a lot, and I was like, okay, there are so many other instances except from this one, right? But I always wanted to smell good as fuck, because it's like, bro, if you smell good as fuck, you're always gonna be respected. You're always gonna have people smelling you and loving what you smell like, and basically, and also getting women to get wet over you. Wouldn't you love that shit, bro? And believe me, I know the feeling because I have my girl right here, right? She loves it when I put on nice cologne and I smell fucking nice, bro. And she just smells me all over me, right? And it's so fucking nice to have. But you cannot have that if the only thing you're doing every day is just not wiping your ass correctly like I used to do, right? That's why in this video I'll give you fast and easy tips to always smell amazing. I remember I wanted to go to school, right? And before going there, I used to brush my teeth, and I was thinking that, oh, once I brush my teeth, when you have your morning breath and you brush your teeth, then it's gone, like it's supposed to be gone basically. But then you go to school or wherever you want to go, and then you just feel like it smells bad, right? And if you're blind to the smell, right? If your nose is blind to the smell, then one tip to know if your breath stinks, you should lick your hand like this and then smell. So if it smells really bad, then that means that you need to brush your tongue and you need to clean yourself, right? And I didn't know that at that point, right? I didn't really give a fuck that much about it, right? But it stood out because it was really a problem, because whenever I wanted to talk to people, sometimes like I couldn't because they smelled it, right? And they just didn't want to talk to me. They didn't want to get close to me. I felt so ashamed of that, and it was fucking terrible because, bro, like, who the fuck wants to speak to you if you're like stinky? Like, if your mouth is stinky, you cannot even talk to a person without having like a big ass aura of like, I don't know, fucking toxins and shit, right? Just killing the other person. Of course, people don't like that shit, right? That's why you have to clean your mouth. That's why you have to have a nice hygiene. So whenever brushing your teeth, one quick tip that I would suggest for you to do is brush your tongue as well as the roof of your mouth, because in my opinion, and I believe you can agree with me on this, most of the smell doesn't come from the teeth. It comes from the tongue and from the roof of your mouth. Because once you brush those out, right, just try this once, okay? Brush everything. Brush your teeth, your tongue, the roof of your mouth, right? Just every single bit of your mouth. Spit it out, whatever, right? And then see how much of a difference there is. You just smell so much better, because it's like, bro, it makes sense. If you just brush your teeth, the other stuff that's left in your mouth, like the bacteria from last night, from the food that you ate and stuff like that, of course it's not gonna smell as nice. And a quick tip, of course, like before doing that, just so that you have a less stinky breath in the morning, is brushing your teeth before going to bed. Because once you eat and then you brush your teeth and then you go to bed, it just eliminates like half of the smell, like half of the bacteria and shit like that. So it's like a quick, nice life hack, you could say, to to just improve your nice breath. If you're in a hurry to go to work or school or whatever, and you feel like, okay, I cannot brush my teeth right now, like as well, or like take up so much of my time, maybe have like a gag reflex and I don't want to do it, then I would suggest for you to grab an apple and just eat it, right? So whenever you eat an apple, your breath doesn't get better, right? So basically just neutralizes the smell. So whenever you try to lick your, like basically like lick the top of your hand, right, and smell it, you're not gonna smell like flowers or some shit like that, right? You're just gonna smell neutral, right? There's not gonna be a bad smell, which is also very fucking nice, right? It's much better than having a stinky ass breath from which is waking up. You could also eat ginger because, of course, like it burns all the bacteria in your mouth and it just cleans you up so nicely. But a lot of people cannot handle ginger, so like me as well, right? I don't like eating ginger because it just fucking burns my mouth and I just have hiccups from that, and it's annoying as fuck. So I wouldn't prefer that. So eating an apple is in my opinion is one of the best things you could do. And also lastly, one thing I keep forgetting a lot is flossing my teeth, right? So I feel like I am pretty clean, right? I feel like I'm hygienic. But I remember like a few weeks ago actually, I grabbed one of the flosses that my girl has, right? The small ones in the package, which were the like 100 in there. And I just tried to clean my teeth a little bit. Bro, like there are so many spots in my mouth, like my gums that bled, right? Just because I didn't clean my teeth so well. And I was surprised. I was like, how the fuck is that happening, right? But that's a good sign that, okay, you have to work even more. That's an opportunity for you to look after your hygiene even more than before. And in my opinion, you should floss at least once every few days or even every single day just to get rid of that shit, right? But I would suggest for you to grab like a wooden floss, right? So buy the wooden ones, or like bamboo, I think they're called basically, right? Just to avoid having like microplastics and BPA in your mouth from the plastic basically. So the other way for you to eliminate all the other types of smell on your body is by using the shower, right? The shower, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated things because you might think that, okay, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna just wash my body real quick, that's it, right? But no, you can literally wash your ass, your peen, your hair, your body, like everything. You can wash it there and just not have to worry about it, bro. Like it's so overpowered because you can do just everything in there. You can just fucking do everything, shower in there, you can clean yourself up, and it's amazing because once you get out, it's just done, that's it. And most people just shower right now every single day. Imagine if one of those days you just clean up yourself like an everything shower, and then the other day you just cleaning up yourself like as in your smell, just to smell amazing afterwards, especially after the gym. So the first thing that you should be doing in the shower is cleaning your peen, right? So whatever you have to do is, if your dad hasn't taught you yet, is to open up your peen, like the head, and clean it up with some water and a little bit of soap, just so that there's nothing in there that stays like any gunk or microbes or something like that, right? Just so that you can get rid of that and have a clean, nice smelling peen, right? Especially if you're going out with a girl, that's very, very important. Believe me, I know what I'm saying. Once you get out of the shower, you should use a deodorant, right? So whenever you feel like, okay, I've cleaned myself up with a towel, whatever, right? Then you grab a deodorant, but not just anyone, right? Just not just like find anyone in the store and just use it. Find one which is organic, or you can make one yourself. In my opinion, the best one you could do is like grab an organic one, like an aloe vera, because the smell is not as strong and it's much healthier, right? It's not as detrimental to your health because others have like fucking chemicals in there. I don't exactly know what these are, but they're just like so bad for you. In my opinion, it's much better for you to be safe rather than sorry. And if you feel like you're gonna go out on a date or you have like an important meeting maybe, then you have to grab a cologne. So to know what colognes are good for you, you have to go to a shop basically and see which ones you feel like are nice for you, right? But also ask the people in there, right? So ask for a daily one so that you can use one on the daily if you want to go out to school or work and you want to just smell good all the time. Just ask them for which are the daily ones here, right? Because the ones that are stronger, right, smell nicer. Those are the ones you should leave for more nicer occasions, and grab one cologne to use for daily use, which also smells very nice, just so you don't either smell neutral or like bad, right? It's much better for you to smell good. So have one of those, and also have one which is for you to go outside in the night or on a date, whatever, right? Just so you have those two and you can switch back and forth with them. Whenever you're going to apply the cologne, I hear a lot of people talking about how to apply the cologne. You should do this, 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 and this. Like, it's like, bro, in my opinion, the best thing you could do is apply like 1 to 2 sprays max. You don't want to smell like, you don't want to go through the rooms and stuff like that and just have a strong ass smell and people not being able to breathe just because you're putting like 16 sprays all over you, right? And you're wasting a lot of your cologne just by doing that. So what you're gonna do is grab a cologne and spray here, like, I don't know if you can see, basically here, right? Where your collarbone is, somewhere here. There's like a dent, you could say, right? And you apply some here and on the other side as well. That way, first of all, you don't spray it on your neck, because I've done that a lot of the times, right? And if you're gonna be doing this every day, your neck is gonna look so much older, right? it's gonna look much more wrinkly because of the alcohol in the cologne. So the best thing you could do is apply it here and here, because it's still like very similar, right? Like the distance is not large, right? So you can still smell and people can smell you, right? And the best part is for those who are blind to a lot of the smells, right? So if you're just applying cologne here, a lot of the times you cannot smell like the cologne after like a few hours, right? That's because we're blind to, like our nose is blind to the smell. So the best thing to counter that is to have it here and here, just because you can turn your head and smell much easier that way, right? And in my opinion, it's like one of the best ways to put on cologne. So in summary, you're going to spray 2 times, here, and that's it, bro. In my opinion, that's the best way to spray a cologne, and you're not wasting it, and people can enjoy your smell and not run away from it just because you're trying to be like a 14-year-old getting out of gym class, fucking spraying on like cologne all over yourself. That's not nice, bro. Like nobody wants that. And of course, don't forget the last thing is to add a bit of cream, right? So if you have like a Nivea at your house, there's like a cream which is nice. It's like a scented one, right? Like a lotion, you could say. And you use that to spread a bit between your cheeks just so that your ass doesn't smell, right? So even if you haven't washed your ass properly, this is gonna really help eliminate most of the smell, and you're not gonna experience what I have in the gym like a few years ago. So in my opinion, this is the best way to eliminate every bad smell that you have, and also gain that nice smell of your cologne and your deodorant to get all the girls that you want and all the respect from the men. If you're interested in a network of like-minded guys and you want to pick your attractiveness, click the first link in the description to join our movement. There's also a free course in there to help you start your attractiveness journey starting from now. Before you go, the thing is that these tips are actually useless unless you start dressing better. So click this video right here or here to start dressing better right now. Stop wasting time.